It is Maiden Day, guys, of the Seagull Model Extra 330LX from Gator Rc. We've done our pre-flight testing on a previous day. Now it's time to get this maiden done. We got our special cameraman right there. If you look in the back, oh, look at that. We got ourselves a Cessna getting ready to go up. So with that being said, stick around. Cool stuff coming. All right, guys, welcome to Maiden Day of the Extra 330LX from Gator Rc. We are running recommended CG and throws on this. Pretty much the expo is dialed in for what I prefer. Everything else is by the book, so let's take this thing up and do a couple trim passes and see what it can do. So final check of surfaces, we're good.
High rates, low rates.
All right, going up. About half power there. Up elevator. It's a little windy today. Click a rudder. Still about half power. Click aileron in there. So this is again running on a DA50 for power with a tuned, I shouldn't say tuned pipe, just a regular canister. So I think a couple clicks of trim there and we're good. Feels nice on low rates. Let's try some aerobatics with it. Straight aileron roll. Right and left. Come up into a Cuban. Again, split S. Go up and do a stall turn or a hammerhead and low rates and see how that acts. Takes a little bit, but it's nice. So again, we have high rates that we have a lot of expo. On low rates, I typically fly about 20% expo. On high rates, I fly about 50 to 65, depending on the model. Need some counter rudder there into the wind as we come over the top. Let's try a snap. Nice, another. Does nice snap rolls. Let's see how it does in a hover on low rates. So with that wind kicking it around up there, I definitely think low rates just aren't enough. So we'll give it another turn here and we'll flip high rates. See how it does in a hover and high rate. Nice wall right there. Wind really pushes us back. So being that we have a pretty good headwind forming, let's go ahead and try an elevator and see how this does. We'll take it up here a little bit and we'll use the elevator and install it. Little rudder for guidance. A little bit of wing rock there, not much. Look at that coming down, that's nice. Give it some power, get it out of the trees. Let's go up and try a flat spin here. Nice pop top, so let's see how that does. Ah, look at that, guys. How nice. Let's do it right into another one. It'll hold a hover. The wind's kind of kicking it around good. It'll hold a hover there about a little over half. Let's go up and kick a stall turn here, hammerhead. Nice. Still working on those, so 1 or 2 is good for me, especially above the trees. Really good vertical on this plane, guys. No issues. Let's try a couple more knife edges here and see how that goes. Nice authority. Look at that, no couple. Almost zero couple there to that thing. Little cross rudder with the wind. Nice rudder, combined rudder and aileron turn there. Let's try a nice Awesome. All right, guys, very happy with that. Not sure where we are with fuel with the timer. We're gonna go ahead and land this thing and see how she does. So we're gonna come into about a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind here, bring it over to trees and see how this thing does. If I can get my cameraman to step just one step back for me, in case I overshoot myself, that way I can still see behind me. Or to the side of me. There we go, perfect, really nice. Little high rate to kick that thing around. Woo! How about that for a maiden, guys? That was awesome. So what did you guys think of that maiden? That was awesome. There is nothing like the nerves of a maiden flight. Again, check it out on the inside. So that Seacraft round tank on there had about maybe another minute left of fuel in there. A jetty for control. We have our battery backup system in the front. Those awesome King Max 3511s. I have them in 3 of my Seagulls planes, guys, and they hold up just fantastic. So again, DA50 for power, MTW canister in this, and you know, I can't say enough, what an awesome flying plane. And this is the Seacraft fuel filler valve assembly. I also picked this thing up from Gator, a nice red anodized end. It seals off in the inside and then actually locks down in the inside of there with a release tab, so that way everything is nice and sealed. And this is just a standard everyday gas can with my fuel pump on there. I really like that setup. Now, as I do on all of my planes, I mark a safe CG location with little felt pads to feel it. And now what we're going to do is pick this plane up by the felt pads, and we're just going to kind of watch that tail and see how it acts. Maybe easier if you come around the front. Yep. And we're nice and level right there. A little bit nose heavy, but we checked it before I put fuel in it, so that's with fuel in it, but we're still good. All right, so this is how we do a range test in a jetty. We go into the range test menu, and there you can see at the top, it gives you antenna strength is a 9 out of 9, and however far you are away from the plane, all we're gonna do is watch that signal strength, and we'll have roughly 15 to 20 times greater distance in the air. So when I start walking back, you'll see that my antenna strength isn't a 9 out of 9 anymore, or, you know, you're waiting for it to drop off. So we're about 40 yards right now away, and I'm going to have my wife reposition a plane in all 6 phases. Go ahead and turn it. And as she turns from that orientation into here, we're just going to watch that 9 out of 9 strength. Again, turn it again. And see what we dropped off, a little 8, 7 out of 9 right there. Go ahead. Which is still good. You know, you just don't want it to go down into the low numbers. Good. Turn it. One more. Again, slight drop there, 7 out of 9, but we're looking at right now a diminished power. So when that's up in the air, we're, like I said, 15 to 20 times greater. Range test is good. All right, you can see where we're strained in the holder. Have our cylinder head temps 170, about 200 would be good. And then you can see we have our RPM there. So we're gonna do some ground testing. Well guys, and there you have the Maiden. So that wraps up this series for this Seagull's Model Extra 330 LX from Gator Rc. If you're interested in this awesome plane or any other balsa ARFs, including warbirds, biplanes, whatever, head on over to www.gator-rc.com and check out the huge selection of stuff they have. With that being said, it's Brendan here again at Just Plain Crazy. You guys are just plain crazy for sticking around and watching. I appreciate every one of you guys. Happy flights. Peace out.